at 5 o'clock p.m. at ConsumerHallaTV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola, the man always clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am Kikelomo Ajibola. Toodles!
And we're ready for the second half of the conversation. You're welcome to Resolution Box and ConsumerHallaTV. Thank you so much for staying tuned and true with us. We're discussing about brand, air oil and air cream brands, and we've spoken about quite a lot of things earlier on Consumer Analytics. But before we continue on the conversation, Resolution Box is a program that has to do with consumers. If you are having any consumer related issue and you want it to be sorted out well and fine, then no worries, we get you covered here. The numbers displaying on your screen are the numbers to dial on your phone and be part of the conversation. And if you want to contribute to what we are discussing as well on the program, please know that the number displaying on your screen as well is the number to dial and be part of the program. Thank you so much for viewing. We appreciate you. We're talking about hair cream product. We spoke about hair oil. Initially it was hair cream, and consumers made us know that when it comes to hair treatment, a whole lot of natural things to use aside from hair cream. We're not saying hair cream is not bad, but consumers have showed themselves to be self-approved by making a whole lot of research, and we can see that hair oil is another supplement to use because it's a very great way to nourish and moisturize your hair. And we have a whole lot of popular hair oils and their benefit. But Iremofe, to give you a summary of what happened on Consumer Analytics, and here we had a conversation, and we're talking about hair cream brands and all of that. And later on, the conversation led into another insight where we had to ponder on hair oil, and she said hair oil is very, very natural and it helps the hair to grow. She mentioned about a whole lot of stuff that she makes, the one she uses herself. Wow. Coconut oil and a whole lot. I would proceeded to the consumers to give a whole lot of insight. Some consumers are using hair oil, mostly the women, they're using the hair oil, and most men too are using hair cream. Some people said Damatol, petals, apple, just name it. We have various kinds. Now, you having the insight of what happened earlier on Consumer Analytics, let's begin with you. Can you tell us your own favorite brand of hair cream?
Well,
because I use Apple as well.
I think for different purposes or for different reasons, I just use different brands. And there's something with Damatol, because I've used Damatol, Apple, Soulmate. Yes, those three brands. And one, I think Apple is kind of it's kind of oily, and so when you apply it on the hair, it shines, like it's very shiny when you apply on the hair. But for that matter, I think it has this kind of how do I describe it? Something like mint or something. I don't know what to use, better what to use to codify that. But once you use it, it's very good according to what I heard for dandruff or any other disease that one might have. So yeah, so I use Damatol, I use Soulmate and Apple. And when it comes to the smell, it's when it comes to the kind of fragrance it brings for Soulmate or Apple, I think Apple has a very nice.
Absolutely, I'm using Apple too as well.
Yeah.
So you use Apple right now.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, interesting. That's a very beautiful one. Now we're still talking about hair oil. And earlier on, Kike, when you were talking about, because you said you make your own hair oil, and you made mention of coconut oil. So coconut oil, research made it known that it hydrates and moisturizes dry hair, reduces the dandruff and scalp irritation. And you made mention of olive oil too. But when we're talking about olive oil, is it the normal olive oil we know that we use as an anointing oil, or maybe another olive?
There are different kinds of olive oil. Like there are natural olive oil, and there are you can use olive leaf to put in your oil to make them olive. So it's different. You can use whatever you want to use to your hair.
But curiosity is making me ask now. In a reference whereby, can somebody use the olive oil that we know that we can still use it too as well?
Yeah, they are all essential oils. So there are different types of oils. But coconut oil is something that is very common.
It's the major?
No, it's very common. It's not the major.
Right.
It's very common when it comes to hair. Most people would say coconut oil because it's easily accessible. Yeah, so that's why. But it's not the major.
All right. Thank you for that. And talking about olive oil, you know, the conditions and softens the hair, reduce frizz, and add shine. Then we have the argan oil.
Argan oil is every type of oil that is a natural oil, essential oil. You use these things to produce perfume, perfume oil. So these are essential oil. So any type of oil that you want to use. I think we have castor oil also. There are different types of oil that you can use.
Yeah, we have Jamaican black castor oil. And so, you know, all these things are very beautiful when it comes to hair cream. Irimofe, talking about, let me have your experience. I know that when it comes to, you say you use Apple, we are on the same group, and at a point in time, you use Damatol. Now to align with what, because there was a particular consumer, he uses about like 3 brands. So relatively, in your own perspective, what can you say about Damatol? And what can you say about, like, can you spot the difference? Absolutely, there is a difference between both of them.
Like I mentioned earlier, Damatol helps with, I think, if I would be honest, if you want to treat any kind of hair disease, majorly, people would go for Damatol, because I think they have that trademark when it comes to, okay, you want to treat hair infection and all that. But for shiny hair, probably you just want to moisturize your hair, and sometimes for nourishment, I think even Damatol nourishes the hair, but I think that will be Apple, because, you know, especially when you apply it, you make it even when applying to your hair and all of that, so it makes the hair so shiny. So I think the difference I can spot with
one is a hair care,
hair care.
One is for your treatment and one is just for shining. That's just the difference. Yeah, not silky, just shiny hair.
Shiny.
We have some hair creams too that make hair kind of silky.
No, for the brands that you ask for, like for better use of
that's what I'm saying.
one
like
for
one is for shining,
treatment,
one is for hair treatment. It's different. That's what I'm saying, that your hair texture matters when it comes to silkiness. Not everybody has a silky type of hair. Your hair texture and his hair texture are different type of textures. I was telling you that the other time, that it's not necessarily the hair cream that softens your hair. Sometimes it's just your hair, it's just the way your hair is. That's why we have different type of hair.
Someone like me, I have a very stubborn hair.
Exactly, and you are using Apple. Is it making your hair soft? No, it's just the hair texture. It's not the cream in particular, because if it is that way, hair cream would not soften your hair, because they are kind of like something that stays at the top. They don't penetrate.
Hair oil will even soften the hair
than
better
hair
than
cream.
hair cream.
Because they don't penetrate into the hair. They don't add that moisture that you would want compared to shea butter or hair oil. So hair texture really matters in whatever. Some people have just like people that have natural hair. You would not see them using your normal hair creams. They have their own routine. They have a whole package that they use.
Someone like me now, you know, I think it's more advisable to like ensure your hair is dry if you want to apply cream.
Some people are
but
like
because my hair is hard, if I make sure it's dry before combing,
It's very painful.
It's very painful. So I'd rather apply the cream with the water so that it can be so soft
for
when
them
combing.
and so for me like this, I cannot use hair oil or hair cream to comb my hair. I have to add water in my hair oil.
Even with your hair oil?
Yes, I have to, because that way I feel like the friction is less. But you having a dry hair and a moisturized hair, everybody is different. It doesn't affect you plaiting your hair. Anybody can plait your hair. So it's always very different. There's a different thing there.
Okay, we're talking about hair cream brands in Nigeria, and we have to just talk about hair oil. And if you're talking about hair oil brands, we have a whole lot, but we're not going to go there today. And talking about some popular hair cream brands in Nigeria, we have a whole lot. We have Apple, we have Soulmate, we have Kakatine, we have Dermatol, we have Nature's Gentle Touch, Castor, Shea Moisture, we have Cantu. We have a whole lot. Just make sure that you go for something that works for you. And most of the times, all these hair creams are based on recommendations, maybe from your hairstylist or something. They'll tell you, okay, because of this kind of hair you have, so stop using this, go for this one, and all of that.
From what I've observed, I don't really think Nigerians work with the recommendation, because for instance, sometimes even most people in a family can see them using just one particular kind of hair cream, even if they have different hair texture.
That doesn't mean that some people do not work.
No, I'm saying
we have some people.
I'm not saying, I'm not trying to.
It's the hairstylist that you're talking about.
Yes,
that he's talking about.
That I'm just trying to say
it's
that
the hairstylist that you're talking about. That he's talking about.
Yeah, that most times Nigerians don't even go with recommendations.
To buttress your point, most
hairstylists.
Nigerian hairstylists don't even know your hair texture. Most Nigerian hairstylists don't even know what they call 3C. Your regular hairstylist don't know what they call 3C. Have you ever heard of 3C hair until today? Have you ever heard of 4C hair? We have different type of hair texture. That's the confusing part. So the ones that are in your area, they don't even know what they call 3C hair. There is 4C, there is 4B hair. We have different texture. That's why they will tell you natural. The only one they know is natural hair and relaxed hair. Your hair is virgin. There's nothing like virgin hair. Everybody's hair is a natural hair. As long as I'm not adding attachment to my hair, it's a natural hair. So it depends on the kind of texture that you have. So that's something that even then, they don't even know what is good for you. Because I would say there was a time like that I used a particular relaxer that an hairstylist recommended to me. A hairstylist recommended the particular relaxer to me. I don't use that relaxer. I use a particular one. I don't know. I think we've spoken about relaxers, right? Yeah, I use Dark and Lovely. It's a very expensive relaxer. One of the most expensive relaxers. I think right now it should be around 12,000 naira. But I use it twice. And me, naturally, I relax my hair twice a year. I don't overdo it. So it was in uni. So I couldn't get my hand on the relaxer because it's not always everywhere. They don't even sell it in like normal store. You have to go to the mall most of the time to buy that particular relaxer. They don't sell it in because it's too expensive. People don't really buy it. So she was like, oh, use this particular one. It's a very popular relaxer. I don't want to mention the name on air. She was like, use this particular one. You will like it. You will like it. I'm like, okay, let me try it. And I used that relaxer, and it made me have lice on my head, and the back of my head is scraped off.
Wow.
And I'm like, what happened? So I had to improvise, because lice is something that if you don't treat it as fast as possible, it can get to almost everybody in the room, because it's a university time. So I had to use a very natural. I didn't even use what's it called? The cream that you say use this one, because I felt like it wouldn't work. So I had to call somebody, my mom. She was like, oh, go and do this, and then I did it, and that was the day that the lights, and it has never bothered me. Thank God that I noticed easily before it became too much. So talking about it, I'm saying that most of these hairstylists, most of these hairstylists, they don't know what is even good for your hair, because they did not go to any hair school to recommend for you.
I love the fact you said most, because definitely if we have 100, I think 30 would know about hair so well. If we have 100, talking about the statistic of hairstylists in Nigeria, because we see
in Nigeria, I don't saying that it's different. You didn't get what I'm saying. I said that the ones in your area, not the ones that actually, like, you know, they have
some are certified.
Some have a thank you very much. Because some have most of the hairstylists in your area, they learned from their boss, not from a proper school. There are some, because right now there's a pandemic of 4C hair, 3C hair, which is what they call virgin hair. Let me bring it down. 4C hair, 3C hair, most likely virgin hair. There are some people that have a salon that's the only thing they treat. The reason why you see people have a lot of issues with virgin hair at that time was because nobody knew how to take care of those hairs. Everybody was just guessing. They'd be like, oh, it's very painful, it's this and that. Now, people have virgin hair that is flourishing, beautiful virgin hair. You see now, most guys will tell you, I want to go back to to have a virgin hair. It's the pandemic right now. Because they already have some people that are certified in treating those type of hair. Look at the way we wash our hair in salon. I'm a lady, I go to hair salon than guys. So I'm talking from ladies' perspective. The way they wash our hair, they use their nails to scrub. Thank you. I don't know if you've explained. To scrub it, that's not the way to. You're supposed to massage the scalp, not traumatize that scalp. After you are done, you're going to put hair cream that is a chemical in my head, on my scalp. So that's what I'm saying, that the ones in most of the ones in your area,
just
the one, yeah.
Just to buttress your point, the same
it's
way
very different.
most barbers
No,
they don't even have idea of
they don't
the
have
hair.
an idea what they are doing.
Yeah.
Most of them just learned from somebody that is on the alabele, someone that they just learned it. You cannot go to a salon that will treat you, that you have to pay for 25,000 naira hair, and someone that you pay for 1.5 hair. It's totally different. There are sometimes if I don't have money, I go to make my hair at the hair salon in the house. They might likely collect 12,000 or 15,000 a mask. But if I want to know, I want to take care of my hair, I want to treat my hair very well, I'll go to where they will collect 50K. The same hair that will do for me for 15,000 I will do for 50K. But I know the difference, because even the chemicals, even the shampoos they use on my hair is totally different. So that's what I'm saying, that I don't think recommendation is what I would say it is per se. It's just what they've been using, that they feel like it's working for them.
Well, absolutely. We've seen some people whereby while growing up, we would have seen some ladies and they have issues with their hair, maybe hard or soft, I don't know. But they'll be like, what really happened to your hair? It changed. I'll be like, my hairstylist told me to use this, and since this person told me to use it.
You don't
undermine
get
the fact that
no,
they could,
I'm not undermining that.
Okay, then.
No,
but
you
just
don't
saying
get
that
it. Most of them, and sometimes it could be lucky guesses. Most of them don't even know what. Why can somebody that don't even know what a 4C, 3C, 3B, 4B hair, straight hair, will tell me what they want me to use on my hair? It's a different thing entirely.
Interesting. Well, it is what it is. If you are just joining us, this is Resolution Box on ConsumerHallaTV. The conversation is very beautiful, I must say. It is insightful. It is definitely something you will watch and learn about. We're talking about hair cream brands in Nigeria, and we've spoken about a whole lot of things on the program. And majorly, Resolution Box is a program whereby if you have any consumer-related issues that you've been on the tip of your toes to get solution to, but all is to no avail, I can let it to you that ConsumerHallaTV is the solution you're looking for. So definitely try the numbers displayed on your screen and get your testimonies, like I'm always talking or saying on this program. And talking about hair irritation, researchers made it know that hair irritation can be uncomfortable and frustrating, and here are some common causes and tips to help soothe and prevent hair irritation. Research says the common causes are the product build-up. Using too many hair products or not washing hair regularly can cause irritation. And I have a reference to that because a consumer was saying it earlier on Consumer Voice that she does not manipulate her hair so much. She does not do a different kind of hairdo and all of that. Majorly all back and maybe twisting or something. So I think using too many hair products.
No, is different from product build-up. That one is different from product build-up.
like using different brands.
Yeah, product build-up is not even using different brand. Product build-up is probably like you use hair mask today, on your hair, and there's already ticking on that part. That's what I was talking about. Shea butter. Shea butter can cause product build-up because when you use shea butter on your hair, is a very, like you said, apple will spread better than Damatol because Damatol is thick, apple is lightweight. So if you have a product build-up, maybe you use shea butter on your hair, you use leave-in conditioner on that same day, you use everything, different things on your different products on your head, and then you now went outside, the dust, because your hair is very moisturized, it's very, very easy for dust to, I don't know if you, sometimes you'll be on bike and your hair will be white, all of those things, and then tomorrow you do not wash it, you did the same thing, the second day, the third day, a week, 2 weeks, you did the same thing. So it makes your hair, that's one of the reasons, one of the things that even cause dandruff on your hair, because it's making your hair very, very like easy. Hair manipulation is something that I do. I don't manipulate my hair. So if I feel like I don't know. I've losing my hair for like a week now. That's because I know that I need to relax my scalp, because I just made a hair that kind of traumatized my scalp. My front hair is having a little bit of damage. So I'm trying to let it like relax and grow back into the normal state that it was. So that's hair manipulation. So it's different from product build-up.
All right, thank you for that insight. We are still talking about the causes of hair irritation. We're talking about allergic reactions. Sensitivity to hair care products, dyes, or chemicals can cause irritation. Research further says heat styling as well can cause one. Excessive heat styling can damage hair and irritate the scalp.
Especially with cream and heat. Bad combination.
Then the tight hairstyles, wearing tight hairstyles like braid. I think that's so.
Packing of your hair.
Ladies complain a whole lot that this is very hard on me and all of that. So stuff like that can cause irritation. So the research has made it simpler because of the world we live today, by letting us know a whole lot of things to use to avoid all this stuff. So you know, we have some home remedies. We have coconut oil, you know, applying coconut oil to the affected area, you know, to soothe and moisturize. Aloe vera as well.
If you want to use your aloe vera, please, once you get the pack of aloe vera, make sure you cut off the I don't know, it's a triangle. It's long, like a triangle, like something, I don't know, something like this, and it's long. You see this upper part, cut it off. Cut that part off, and then you can open your aloe vera, scrape it out. If you want to beat it, you want to apply to your hair like that, you are free to go. But that upper part, cut it off, because it can itch your skin badly. It can itch. It would, not even it can. It would itch your skin. It will itch your whenever it touch in your body. It would itch it to. You'll not even like yourself. So always cut that part off. It's not good for your hair. Okay
then, so use a gentle product, switch to gentle sulfate-free shampoos and conditioners. I think
that's very popular. That's what is very popular in most home salon. They use chemical to wash your hair as a form of shampoo. That red and white shampoo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that shampoo. That shampoo is kind of absolutely bad for your hair. And every place has it because they are trying to manage money. It is chemical, pure chemical. So don't use it.
All right, avoid chemicals as well. Then give your scalp a break. Kike just said she is giving a hair break, scalp a break. So massage your scalp gently and take break from heat styling. Then keep your hair clean. Wash your hair regularly to prevent product build-up. She made mention of aloe vera, that you should be careful while using it. Then the tea tree oil. You know, you mix your tea tree oil with a carrier oil like coconut or olive oil to reduce the fungal infection. And with the help of the people who know so well, researchers say if irritation persists or worsens, consult a dermatologist for proper diagnosis and treatment. And let's briefly talk about dandruff, because it's so common. We're having a conversation about shampoo at a time, and Kike made mention of, Kike, if you can recall it back, whereby he said there was someone who had maybe ringworm or something like that, you know, and they use lime to.
I've said it on the program before.
Yeah, I'm taking you back. So let's talk about dandruff, because it's a common issue that can be very, you know, annoying and embarrassing. So it's a skin condition that causes flakes or dead skin to form on the scalp, leading to itching and discomfort. And a whole lot of things can cause it: infection, stress, dry skin, poor diet, and a whole lot of things. So the tips to manage dandruff: we use anti-dandruff shampoos containing ingredients like zinc, the ketoconazole.
That ketoconazole, very important. If you want to treat fungal infection, ketoconazole is something that you need to absolutely have in your routine. That's the key.
Is it a kind of chemical, or
you can use this? It's not chemical. It can be inside. It can be inside. What's it called? It can be inside a cream, and it can also be used as a tablet.
All right, we'll talk about this and more shortly when we come back. I'm sure you are enjoying your lunch as you're viewing this program right now. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Hello consumers, you have the right to be heard, absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello consumers, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos. Check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they got.
Hello, it's your boy here, Remofeko Foworola, and you know what? They call me the AWUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AWUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AWUF is for you. You can get to know about trendy market slashes, promos, offers and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know one thing that is so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now I go to marry am with Pidgin, make them spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy AWUF packages.
Public service announcement. Hello consumers, I am Kikelomo Ajibola and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHallaTV, our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market. From the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call market home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. So
we say a very big thank you and we welcome you back on the program. Thanks so much for staying through that break. This is Resolution Box, where we solve all consumer related issues, and the number displaying on the screen is the number to dial and try it out, and you get your testimonies. We're talking about air care, talking about air cream brand, air oil, and before we went on the break, we were talking about dandruff and how to treat it and avoid it. So we just spoke about a lot of things, avoid chemical, quite a lot of things right there. So you need to wash your hair regularly, but not too frequently. And talking about that, because women, we know that people wash your hair regularly. So is it a duration of like 2 weeks, interval, a month, 2 months, 6 months, or how long is the duration?
No, wash your hair or relax your hair. This is two different things.
No, washing. Yeah.
And you can wash your hair every week now if you feel like your hair is dirty. But if you made your hair, maybe like you did a braid or you did a cornrow, I believe after you are done, you've loosened the hair. The next thing for you is to wash your hair. Don't lose your hair and you make it without washing your hair. So that's what causes product buildup.
Alright, hair care researchers say that avoid using hot water which can strip scalp oils, and try a scalp massage to loosen flakes and improve the circulation, and maintain a healthy diet rich in fruit, veggies, and omega-3 fatty acid. And there are some popular anti-dandruff shampoos in Nigeria that you can use. We have Nizoral, we have Head and Shoulders.
Head and Shoulders, the best of them all.
Alright, we have the Selsun Glue. that has to do with the selenium sulfide. So it's a whole lot that you can use, and if dandruff persists or worsens, then it's about time for you to see a dermatologist for proper diagnosis and treatment. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. It's been insightful one, because I learned today that when it comes to your hair, you have to treat it, you have to take it premium, just as the way we are always keen about our skin. Talking about skin care, talking about hair care, all these things are very, very paramount to do, because of course they are part of the beauty that booms out when people approach you. Kiki, what do you have to say to the listeners at home?
I'll just say, do your own research, know your type of hair, know the texture of your hair. Don't follow the people that will say virgin hair, relaxed hair. There is absolutely, I don't know what that is, but try to know the type of your hair texture, knows what works for you. If you have to make your own hair oil, which I recommend. I don't think hair oil has ever done any damage to anybody before, but so you can always make your hair oil, and it's something that if you make it with a small money, you get to use it for a long time. And so you can always do that, and know when to make your hair and know when to let your scalp relax. So these things are things that you have to do proportionately. Don't be a part of those people that will say black people cannot grow their hair. That is absolutely, that's an absolute lie. A lot of black people can grow their hair. It's just the way you take care of your hair, and it's the way you allow people, you know, put their hand in your hair. If you are using a salon, please, I would say stick to that salon, because so that you will know where something has gone wrong, if anything is wrong with your scalp at that particular time. So just make sure you do your research and do what is best for you regards your hair.
All right, thank you so much for that, Kike. Thumbs up, my girl. Mufe, let me talk to you now.
All I just have to say is be careful of the kind of products you apply on hair. For the fact that Mr. A uses it or Mrs. B uses it doesn't mean that you also have to use it, so be very careful. And it's advisable to see a dermatologist if you have issues with your hair. I mean, they are trained and certified. They know better than you can do. And also, if you are treating any hair infection, be patient with it. Sometimes it takes time. People are just in a hurry because of that. Okay, I've applied this thing, it's not working, so what the advice is you use this. I mean, before you know it, then you're creating more problem for yourself than it could have been. So all I just have to say is let your hair breathe, and I mean, just look good.
All right, from the left and the right, all that is being said is well said, and I just cannot do anything but just to put a tip on everything they've said, because what else can I say? Hair care is very, very essential. It's mandatory for us, so let's keep up with our lifestyle. It's a healthy lifestyle. You know, you have this kind of you feel fly when you know your hair is good, it's perfectly fine, it's natural. So please do all your possible best to give your hair a very healthy lifestyle. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. If you are viewing this program, it's important to let you know at this end of the conversation that all review that we've made on this program is that of our resource persons, which are the consumer, and it has no connection with we the broadcasters, or neither is it of CHTV. Thank you so much, Nigeria. Well, I appreciate you. Do well to enjoy the rest of your evening and stay productive.
My name is Tunde Olufowora, and I'm the CEO of Bandai Communications. We are we call the publisher or the owner of the new initiative called ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is actually Nigeria's first consumer-centered, or call it consumer-centric television platform that aims to bring voice to the over 220 million Nigerians. It was a vision that came to my heart about 10 years ago, I remember that I was traveling. I traveled out of the country, on airline, and I had this unpleasant experience. It was a trip to an African country from Nigeria, and I actually went with a local flight from Nigeria. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the airline, and then it was to South Africa, and we landed in South Africa, and let me just paraphrase it. When I was coming back, I had some money, some dollars, and that someone had given to me to hand over to another person in Nigeria. So I wanted to help out. I didn't want to carry the cash on myself. So for whatever reason, I opted to. I had a small case, and I felt that it was safer for me to put the money in my luggage. So I put it in a safe place in my luggage, got everything intact, and I checked in my luggage. My arrival in Nigeria, I was standing and was waiting by the carousel just so that I could pick up my luggage, and then I was there for 1 hour and waiting for my luggage. I didn't know that my luggage already arrived, and it was one of the luggage that was moving around on the carousel. So after about 1 hour wait, I looked to my left and my right. Almost everybody had gone. I think there were just about 2 or 3 left. So I beckoned on the woman that was on my side, and I noticed she was really in tears. Madam, what happened? She said, her bag has just been torn and a lot of things stolen. So I said, well, I've also been waiting for my own. She said, you better go and check those luggages there. Maybe yours is one of them. And lo and behold, I went around there. Mine was one of them. By the time I got it, everything inside my luggage was gone. All the valuable things there were gone. To cut the long story short, we felt there was need for us to report the case, at least to the airline. It was in the night, about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We went in to go and see the officer that was in charge. As soon as we got in there, the officer said, "Oh, so sorry, but you will have to go to our head office in somewhere in Victoria Island, to lodge a complaint." Okay. So the next day we went to the Victoria Island and we lodged a complaint, and that was it. And since that day, I'm talking a story of over 10 years ago, I didn't get a call, not even a call from that airline to talk to me about what happened to my luggage. Now, about a month after that trip, I had another opportunity to travel out of the country. This time around, it was to US, and it was an official assignment. And I flew on. I will mention the airline this time around. I flew on a BA. I really didn't like BA. I usually go with Virgin Atlantic and things like that. But my protocol officer convinced me and said, "Okay, you will love BA. Why don't you go on BA?" Anyway, so I went on BA to US, and of course, on our return from US to Nigeria, we had to do. Of course, there will be like a connecting flight, from Heathrow. So we got into London Heathrow, and then because it was through Heathrow that we went, and then so they changed since it was BA, they changed the aircraft this time around to a bigger one. I mean, clearly because there were more Nigerians, or more people that were planning to come to Nigeria, and then we boarded. Not quite 10 minutes into the flight, in the air, the aircraft started malfunctioning. The air conditioning compartment were not functioning very well. I was on what you call business economy. the whole of that business economy all the way to economy side, the ACs were not working well. It was hot. And then I was watching. And then from that moment till we got to Nigeria. From that moment till we got to, I'm just trying to paraphrase. From that moment till we got to Nigeria, I could remember very well how many times the pilot, broke into conversation and had to apologize and say, we're really very sorry about this. He was giving us almost every 10, I could almost say almost every 30 minutes. There's always a kind of update. So sorry, this is what we're doing now, this is what we're doing. While we were on that journey, I also remember an incident. So they came, the crew apparently couldn't resolve it. They couldn't manage the crisis or what was going on about it. They couldn't fix it. So they come up and said, we're so sorry, but for all the inconvenience, we're declaring, free lunch, free whatever it is you want, you can get. So trust Nigerians, you need to hear how everybody was jubilating, But something struck me. The experience I had just about a month before, and this experience, somehow I started comparing them. I was trying to see how this matter will be managed. Again, to cut the story short, we landed in Nigeria on BA. Before we landed, the pilot announced and said that for the inconvenient, they will be giving a voucher of £50 to everyone that flew on that aircraft. I thought it was a joke. I mean, it was my first time with BA, but for what I knew or know of the British man would never even play with his 1 penny, talking of £1. So I felt that must be a joke of the year. So we left. I got back to my office. I think it was just about a week after. Our officer, our guys in our mail room came up and said, "Oh, you have a parcel." So I said, "Parcel? Yeah." So they bought this parcel wrapped. I opened it, and boom, I brought the document out. It was the £50 voucher from BA. So what's the tenor of this story? An experience with one airline was terrible, no apology. An experience with another one, even though it was a bad experience, but it was very managed, well managed. So managed that even if we have suffered anything in that aircraft, you probably, for the sake of how they manage it, we have forgiven them. So that was how this journey started. So I started thinking in my mind, this is what we go through in this country. But are we different from other nations? So God put in my heart the idea of ConsumerHalla. That's why the Hala came with consumer. And we started that journey about 10 years ago. We started by creating a platform called ConsumerHalla, where consumers, so I discovered that Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. So things happen, and that's it. We live with everything. So we've started the journey from creating the platform. We have an app, we even have a magazine, and we thought we could move it from that to the next stage, which is the television. So the TV today, has come. So I would say precept by precept, line upon line, we have been able to build on our aspiration, to finally bring to birth this unique and exciting platform, So it's a digital telecast, and our goal is to further connect consumers in Nigeria to brands with insightful news, development within the fast-paced world of consumers. The world of consumers is growing at a very fast pace, So we want to inform Nigerians. We want to get them educated about their rights, So our role is that we're going to educate consumers in Nigeria, all right? So by bringing them specialized and what you call analytical, research-based content generation that will inform, educate, sensitize the audience, So um, that's ConsumerHallaTV. So I call it an offshoot of our ConsumerHalla brand. ConsumerHalla brand actually was the first we call it the first complaint or consumer complaint resolution portal. When we started it about 10 years ago, or about 7 years ago, it became the first complaint resolution portal. We created it so that Nigerians can actually lodge complaint on that portal. We spent a lot of resources to build a very robust platform where today, if you have any complaint, about any brand, any leading brands in Nigeria, and you go on that platform, you can actually click, just a click, you can find the brand, you can actually lodge your complaint, and once you submit it, that complaint will be routed to that organization, and within 72 hours, we will obtain feedback for you. We build it in such a way that we have connection to almost all the organizations, and it's been working. We've resolved several complaints for people without having to charge them any penny, because the idea is not to charge. So what we have done with ConsumerHallaTV is to take it to the next level. So we hope to change the narrative. We want to give the right direction. Nigeria has the largest consumer market in the world, with a population of over 220 million people. Why should we be the one that is suffering the most? Everywhere you turn to, it's as though Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. You're traveling, you buy a ticket. For whatever reason, an airline will wake up middle of the night, delay the flight for whatever reason, and then you'll be waiting at the airport for hours. You'll be there for 2 hours, 3 hours, no any explanation. Then while you're there, they can even wake up and say, oh, flight has been cancelled. So everybody carry their luggage and go home. Nothing happened. Of course, things are changing. We must commend government, because government is beginning to wake up. But
Good evening and welcome to News at 4 on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Kike Lomo Ajibola. John Vance Group has reaffirmed its commitment to deepening partnerships, investing in capacity and building industries that will accelerate Nigeria's economic transformation and boost Africa's global competitiveness. The resolve came as the Ondo State government restated its ambition to position the state as a competitive hub for agribusiness, manufacturing, technology, and energy. According to a statement, the John Vance Group's leadership gave the assurance during the company's 2025 end-of-year celebration held at the Dome, Akure, where industry leaders, international partners, traditional rulers, including the DG of Akure, and senior government officials gathered to review what the firm described as a transformative year. Delivering the welcome address, Group Chief Executive Director of John Vance, Tarun Chawla, stated that the organization has strengthened its operations and expanded its global presence. He noted that the company's growth was made possible by a supportive business environment provided by the Ondo State government. Now, the Nigerian government on Monday endorsed a joint venture between Vestagard Sal and Avest Field Industries Limited, marking the groundbreaking of a mosquito net manufacturing facility in Ogun State. The plant is the first of its kind in Nigeria and aims to strengthen health security while reducing resilience on imported net. The venture SNG Health will produce Pharmanet Doe, Vestocard Doe active ingredient mosquito net designed to tackle growing insecticide resistance. Production is scheduled to begin in April 2026 with an annual capacity of 10 million nets and the creation of 600 skilled jobs. The groundbreaking ceremony took place at the site in Ogun State with contributions from the National Coordinator of the President Value Chain Initiative, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, Director of Public Health at the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Godwin Intadom, the Director and National Coordinator of the National Malaria Elimination Program, Dr. Inena Obulafor, the Consul General of Switzerland in Lagos, Ms. Cornelia Kamanzid, and the World Bank Nigerian Tax Team Leader, Mr. Honoriode Ezire. PVAC National Coordinator, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, said Nigeria is ready to lead the next frontier of malaria control in West Africa. The federal government has begun the process of repaying the 4 trillion naira debt owed to power generation companies with the launch of a 590 billion naira French tranche bond issuance. The initial tranche, part of a wider 4 trillion naira NBET finance company PLC bond program, is guaranteed by the federal government. It comprises 300 billion naira in cash bond to be issued to the market and 290 billion naira in non-cash bond to be directly allotted to Gencos on identical terms. And the bond will be issued between November and December with a 7-year tenure on a fixed rate coupon, redeemed on an amortizing basis and paid semi-annually in arrears. The bond issuance marks a major step by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration to resolve what experts describe as one of the most crippling financial crises in Nigeria's power sector. The Series 1 bond carries a 7-year tenure, a fixed coupon rate, and semi-annual interest payment that will be amortized over its lifespan. A renewed clash has emerged between the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and Periscope Consulting, the audit firm hired by the Nigeria Governors Forum to examine an alleged under-remittance of oil revenue totaling $37 billion at about 12.91 trillion naira to the Federation account between 2011 and 2017. The dispute, revived by fresh submissions from both sides, has forced the Federation Account Allocation Committee to mandate a joint reconciliation session to determine the true state of remittances and resolve the long-running impasse. This was disclosed in the Federation Account Allocation Committee's post-mortem review for November 2025, which detailed fresh exchanges between both parties over the alleged unremitted fund. The document was obtained by our correspondent on Tuesday. Recall that in October, newsmen reported an extension of the ongoing probe and reconciliation of payments made by revenue-generating agencies, including the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, on December 2024, following unresolved discrepancies in remittance. It also examined allegations that NNPC Limited failed to remit $42.37 billion at about 12.9 trillion naira in oil revenue to the Federation account during 2011 and 2017 period. The House of Representatives has summoned the Minister of Finance, Mr. Wale Edun, and the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Mr. Atiku Bagudu, over poor budget implementation. The House on Tuesday held a closed-door session with Edun Bagudu, the Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Ogunjimi, and the Executive Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zach Adedeji, a lawmaker who attended the session, told newsmen in confidence that the meeting focused on the poor implementation of the capital component of the 2024 and 2025 budget. He said lawmakers expressed deep frustrations over the government's failure to release funds for projects already executed. As a result of this, the House resolved not to consider the 2026 appropriation bill until federal government clears outstanding payments owed to contractors under the 2024 and 2025 budget cycles. In protest, the House stepped down consideration of about 42 bills listed for first, second, and third readings. It also deferred the presentation of 4 committee reports on bills proposing the establishment of agricultural colleges and specialized institutions in Kaduna, Edo, and other states. And lastly, this evening, the Nigeria Labour Congress has announced plans for a nationwide protest on Thursday, 17 November 2025, to demand urgent government action on a series of pressing national crises, including escalating insecurity, the deteriorating tertiary education system, the ongoing health sector strike, and concerns over political interference in the Labour Party. The announcement followed the union's national Executive Council meeting held at the NNC Sub-Secretariat in Abuja, in Yaba, Lagos, on Thursday, 4 December 2025. In the communique released after the meeting, the NEC expressed very serious concern over the worsening security situation in the country, citing the abduction of 24 girls from a boarding school in KB State on 17 November 2025, during which 2 staff members were killed. The NEC condemned the withdrawal of security personnel before the attack, describing it as a dastardly and criminal action, and warning that the surge in kidnappings targeting school children in Nigerian schools has reached an alarming level and requires immediate action by the Nigerian government. Approximately 139 million people are living in poverty in Nigeria as of 2025, according to the World Bank's Nigeria Development Update Report released in October 2025. This figure represents about 61 to 62% of Nigeria's total population, indicating a sharp increase from previous years and highlighting that poverty has deepened despite ongoing economic reforms. The NLC called on the federal government to take immediate steps to protect schools, particularly those in remote or high-risk areas, and demanded a full investigation and prosecution of all individuals responsible for lapses in security. Thank you so much for joining the news this evening on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Kikelomo Ajibola. To stay connected for more news updates, please follow us across all our social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV, and on YouTube, subscription is absolutely free. Thank you once again for joining us, and continue to enjoy the rest of your day.
You know, you buy a ticket. For whatever reason, an airline will wake up middle of the night, delay the flight for whatever reason, and then you'll be waiting at the airport for hours. You'll be there for 2 hours, 3 hours, no any explanation. Then while you're there, they can even wake up and say, oh, flight has been cancelled. So everybody carry their luggage and go home. Nothing happened. Of course, things are changing. We must commend government because government is beginning to wake up, but there's still a lot to be done. And we believe that we can help to make, bring about those right changes. So we offer deliberately, part of what we do is that we also offer advocacy. All right. We're not just an advocacy organization, but we offer advocacy. We have a legal team. We have lawyers that are registered on our platform, all right, that can also take up cases, okay? So, and we've taken up many cases like that, and won those cases. So, ConsumerHalla is a platform to help consumers to, we're not fighting brands, but rather we say we're bringing about an amicable, resolution of conflict. such that it will be beneficial to the consumers and also be beneficial to the brand. You know, I remember the word of Jeff Bezos. Bezos is the founder of Amazon. He said that most important single thing, all right, for an organization is to focus obsessively. Use the word obsessively on the